Good morning, welcome. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so you get a better view of the whole body as we're doing the form. So bear with me while I adjust this angle a bit. For those of you new to the practice, it's really helpful if you can see what I'm doing with my hands overhead and also what my feet are doing. So we do have this kind of long shot. See if we can get some of the glare out. Good. So let's begin with our warm-up as we always do. And that starts with adopting a relaxed yet upright and alert kind of stance. So finding your feet right below your hip joints, not too wide, certainly not too close together, but really right underneath in balance. And remembering that right here is the center of energy called Dantian. Also happens to be a center of balance in the body, one of the gravitational centers when we're upright. So as you're standing, just see if you can arrange your pelvis to be easily supported by the legs right over your feet. And then we'll think up through the spine to the top of the head and make sure your knees are able to bend. No locking of any joints. Our whole warm-up this morning before we start the form is going to be opening the joints. A joint, as I may have said in other classes, a joint is where two or more bones come together so that movement is possible. So locking your joints restricts movement. Opening the joints opens flow for qi, which is life energy. It also just makes it easier for us to move the way we're designed to move. So movement, breath, and awareness. Let's just begin before we actually, this is a different way of starting. We're going to begin with rattling the bones this morning. So in your balanced stance, begin bouncing through your legs. Feel everything. Yeah, good. Then shake it all out. Just shake everything like you're doing the hokey pokey. This is a good thing to do if you've been sitting for a long time, or like now, this is warming up a little bit. So we're just going to rattle the bones. We're just going to shake. You can shake your legs like this, overhead, whole body, or just bouncing like this. I'm sure my bookcase likes this very much. All right. Good. So now we'll begin the more gentle way that we usually do. Just swinging arms back and forth. We're not going overhead with this at all. We're just bringing the hands about to shoulder height and back. Simple. Breathing and letting this opening move help you gather your attention. Where the mind is, that's where the qi will be. So this is meditation in motion. And then we'll follow it with a brief sitting meditation. So letting this gentle opening, arm swinging move help you gather all the threads of attention that have been going outward. Bring them right here to the body, the breath, the movement. And then you can gradually let this arm swinging come to stillness. And we'll begin spiraling side to side, letting the arms be very floppy so that they actually wrap around the body, lightly tapping. Keep those knees free. Don't lock your knees. You'll be able to spiral much easier with your knees soft and bendable. Let them be responsive. then gradually, nothing abrupt in Qigong, gradually bringing this move to stillness. Good, we're going to cross our wrists in front and throw the arms back and away. I'm doing the order a little differently today. Sort of arm freeing moves here. So we did the forward and back swinging, the spiral swinging. And I am changing which hand is on top each time, just to keep it fresh, to keep me present. Good, let that come to stillness. And then we're going to bring the arms out to the side on an inhale, and then inhale, exhale. And just letting the arms fall, lifting and then falling. Just let them drop, collapse. This is not how we do the form, but it is good for the warm-up. If you'd like to make your breathing a little more vigorous with this move, you can. Okay, nice floppy ragdoll arms. No tension there at all. Inhale, and on the exhale, let the head drop forward. Breathing in, bringing your right ear toward your right shoulder. And breathing out, left ear toward left shoulder. So we're inhaling up one side, exhaling over the other. This is opening the neck and the jaw. Let your jaw relax. When your head is in back, let the jaw go. Good, change direction. Good, head hangs forward. Big breath in, and then continue that forward flexion, that rolling through the spine, bringing the head toward the feet. You don't have to go all the way over, but let the upper body hang forward if you can. Shake it out a little bit. Let some of that upper body tension drain right into the ground. Good, breathing in, we're going to reverse. So bring your tail under you and then gradually, very gradually take your time, allowing the spine to unfold and lengthen up. And as a reminder, for those of you who don't know, your spine comes all the way up to about the level of your cheekbones, your nose, so that if you put your fingers in your ears like I'm doing and you could keep them going, they would meet right at the top of your spine. That's how high up your spine comes. So let your head rest right up there, right at the top of the spine. Good. Let's breathe in and out as we do some shoulder rolls. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. And change direction, go the other way, but still inhale and exhale as you're doing it. So back and up, forward and down. Inhaling, exhaling. And the arms are just hanging out. You're not doing anything with your arms. You're moving your shoulder girdle. And the arms, being attached to it, will follow. Keep your arms relaxed, open, able to move. Good. Now we're going to lift the chest on an inhale and on an exhale. sink the chest in. Lifting the rib cage. See if you can feel the whole rib cage as you lift. And then on the out breath, curl it forward. Shifting this basket of ribs, this protective lattice work of 12 pairs of ribs. Good. Bring yourself back to center. Arms out to the side, and then you're going to reach out with the sides of the ribs as though you could move in this horizontal way. Reaching out. Again, just extending the arms, nothing too stiff. We're just lifting them out of the way so the sides of the ribs can move more easily. You could also do this move with your arms at your sides if you prefer. You just can't go quite as far. It's okay. Good. Oh, I forgot the wrists. Okay, let's do wrists in both directions, wrist rolls. And we're going to open and close the fingers, reach up, inhale up, and down. Good. Just a couple of times. You might want to shake out your hands just to get any last bits of tension out. And then let's go into some pelvic rotation. Sometimes it feels steadier to put your hands on your hip bones like this. You can also extend your arms to the side, put them behind you or at your sides. Whatever you do, see if you can really isolate and be moving mostly through your pelvis. And if you haven't changed direction yet, go the other way. Feel how this opens the lower back as well as your groin, your hip joints, your knees, and your ankles. You might become aware of how the weight, bring your attention to the soles of your feet and feel how the weight shifts there in the soles of the feet, mirroring what you're doing with your pelvis. Yeah, keep those knees free. Good, good. Bring it back to center. Some knee rotations here, feeling your own touch. If you have knee pain today, you can just massage your knee if that's helpful for you. And next we're going to extend, sorry, I have to move this over. We're going to extend a little bit so that we can point and flex. Now I'm standing on one foot, pointing and flexing my ankle and foot. But if you need to hold on to something, grab a chair or a table, something to steady you, because this isn't really a balance challenge. This is about freeing up the leg joints. Moving into circles, both directions. And then we'll do the bicycle move. The bicycle move is basically as though you're pedaling on a bike. So we're moving through the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And it's fine if you need to touch down like I just did. Good. One leg. Now we're going to go to the other leg, but just for a moment, pause. See if you can sense any difference between the leg you just moved and the leg you're about to move. There might be a difference. There's definitely a difference in my body. Good. So extending, pointing and flexing. Point and flex. And then circles in both directions. And pedaling this bicycle move. Shake it out if you need to. Again, standing in a way that's balanced, with a little bit of available movement now, more than there was a few minutes ago, here in the hip joints, in the knees, and in the ankles. Let's take 3 full breaths in through the nose and then let it out through the mouth. As you breathe, feel the movement behind your hands. Every time we breathe in, we're strengthening that little chi ball in the middle of the pelvis there, right behind the hands. This is why we place the hands here. Breathing in. With every breath, the little sun behind the hands burns brighter. Good, and then allowing the body to breathe in its own natural rhythm. Bring the hands away from center. They can be connected to each other like my fingertips are, or just hovering openly, but an inch or two off the body. Breathing in, raising the chi, breathing out. Let the hands move slightly away from the body as you breathe in, slightly closer as you breathe out. See if you can sense the energy between the hands, the palms of the hands, and the body as you breathe. Moving the hands slightly away on the in-breath, slightly closer on the out-breath. And when you're ready, place one hand right over the other like this. And we're going to inhale, exhale. Chi ball, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Awareness on the energy between the hands, but make sure you're aware of the feet against the ground. Check in with those knees. They lock up on us when we're not watching. Chi ball, feeling the chi between the hands. Good. Let the hands come to rest at your sides. Can you still feel some residual energy in your hands? Can you feel that secure support at the base of the spine, right at the bottom of the pelvic floor, right here in center? The opening move, raising the chi, inhaling, exhaling. This move is known as raising the chi or mist rising off the lake. As light as mist. Sinking into the earth. As the hands come down, a little bit of bend in the knees. As the hands rise up, a little bit of rising up through the legs. Harmonizing the energy of the earth, the energy below, harmonizing it with the energy above. If you're new to this practice, each of the 18 moves are done anywhere from 8 to 12 times in repetition, except for this opening move, which you can follow that pattern, or you can spend as much time as you need to establishing present moment embodied awareness. I tend not to move on to the rest of the form until I feel that sense of unity. And this opening move can provide that, breathing in and out. And then it's opening the heart to what is. Very similar to the first move, breathing in, breathing out. Keep it light, keep it gentle. This is not yogic stretching. We're not opening the hands so far that you feel a squeeze between your shoulder blades and back. We are moving chi and being moved by chi. Inhaling, opening the heart, exhaling, coming back to earth. Grateful for the ability to breathe this morning. Let's bring the hands up overhead and swing the rainbow. So we're breathing in, breathing out as we curve. You'll notice as we go that most of the moves increase in complexity, that there are more moving parts to be aware of. And as you're practicing here in the YouTube channel this morning with me, if you would like to know more about this form, there is a class on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, and there will be another one added very soon. That's much more instructional than this. So you can do your best to follow along, but if you come to the instructional classes, you will learn much more. Now we're moving into parting the clouds. Breathing in as we come up from below. Breathing out as we squat down. Last one, so we're going to inhale up, and then as we exhale, parting the clouds, leaving the arms out and spiraling into floating silk through the air. Making sure that the movement begins at Dantian, at center, right down here. We're turning the pelvis, and everything else is following that. So beginning that turn in the pelvis, letting the knees stay bent, or at least bendable. And you will be able to feel this 360-degree life energy spiraling, moving through, moving with life energy. Good, come back to center now. We're gonna inhale the hands back and up and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. This is rowing across the big lake. If you want, you can go to, the Qigong page on the Way Opens Wellness website. You can link to that on this channel. And there on the Qigong page, well, no, I don't know if it's on the Qigong page. It might be on the resources page now that I say it. But on the website, you can get a downloadable written list and description of each of the 18 moves. So go to the Way Opens website if you haven't already and get a copy for yourself. You can practice at home with that, along with these videos. Good, we're breathing out as we're rowing across the big lake. Now we're inhaling, sweeping one hand up to raise the sun, and exhaling as we bring it down. Lifting heel and hand on the in-breath, bringing them back to the ground on the out-breath. This moves seamlessly into gazing at the moon. Same basic move, same breathing pattern. Feet stay connected to the ground, so we're not lifting heels, but both hands. And again, can you feel that chi between the hands? Gazing at the moon, maybe feeling a little chi ball between your hands. Good, and bringing everything back home to center. Inhale, bringing one palm back. Exhale, pushing out. Inhale, coming home. We're gathering lotus leaves. That's the name of this move. So as you're breathing out, pushing out, and then turn, make that grabbing motion, easy with that. Soft fist. Pushing out, and you can decide what you're gathering in. Right? If you like the image of lotus leaves, then as you gather them, don't crush them. If you're gathering some other beautiful thing that you need today, take it with ease. Inhale, bring it home. Pushing out as you reach out, turn and grab. Today, as you're going through your life, notice how often do you reach, grab, and bring home? Can you do it with awareness? Can you do it with ease? Can you do it while you're breathing and not holding your breath? One more to each side. Bring it home. Good. Now inhaling, the hand up in front of the eyes will begin spiraling over. Again, inhaling, the other hand up, spiral over, waving at clouds, this one's called. The hand you're not looking at hovers right here at center. Good. Come back to center now. In breath, breathing in. And exhale as you lunge forward to scoop the ocean. And then look at the sky. So we're lunging forward on the out breath. Scoop it up, leaning on the back foot as we breathe in. Look at the sky. Exhaling, inhaling. Rocking back and forth. This move and the two that follow it are all about shifting from front to back foot. So feel what you need to do to make this feel steady and reliable. There might be a little wobbliness because that's what dynamic balance is. It's constant little adjustments. But see if you can feel the power of your feet and legs moving you back and forth. Good, bring that front foot in. We're gonna inhale, step out on the other foot. Exhale, repeat. Scoop the ocean. Look at the sky and do it again. Exhale over. Inhale up. See if you can let the legs be what's bringing you forward. Shifting of the weight from front to back is what shifts you forward to scoop or back to look. Bending at the ankles, knees, and hips. This is why we did that pedaling motion, right? Bring that front foot back. Yeah, that's why we warmed up our leg joints. So this would work. So we're going to inhale the hands forward and exhale again, stepping out. Same thing with the legs. We're pushing the waves now, though. Instead of scooping at the ocean, we're pushing as though you're pushing a boat out. If you can let your toes lift and your back heel lift, that's even better. So as you lean back, toes come up, and as you lunge forward, there's a great picture of me from many years ago teaching a group. And the picture is of us doing, pushing the waves. And the picture was taken with everybody extended like this. And we all look like zombies. Looks like I'm leading a zombie army. But this form is meant to have the opposite effect, isn't it? Good, bring your front foot back. Yeah, let's do the other side. So we're gonna inhale, exhale as you step out on the other side. That's it. Yeah, this form is meant to do the opposite. It's to wake us up from that zombie state we may be in. Simple pleasures are the best, right? That's a baked bean ad, but it's also true. The simplicity of breathing, moving, and knowing you're breathing and moving, awareness. And that's all right now. That's all you have to bring attention to, just enjoying breathing and moving. Good, last one. Bring that front foot back. The next one is flying dove, spreads its wings. And the feet stay planted on the ground for this one. So we're not lifting heels or toes, but essentially it's the same move, especially for the legs. We're lunging forward on the out breath, bringing the hands together like this, and then inhaling the hands toward the heart and leaning back. Flying dove spreads its wings. So spread your wings. Good, bring the front foot back, stepping out on the other side, and repeat. What does your heart need today? Gather it in. Give yourself what you need. Patience, or maybe courage, or possibly, if you're me, humility, acceptance, joy, confidence. What would help today? Peace. Bring it into your heart. One more on this side. Good. All right. Now, again, back to this neutral stance, but loose fists right at hip height. Exhale. Inhale. Dragon emerging from the sea. Again, simplicity. This one is a very simple move. Don't add anything to it. Easily, slowly extending out from the shoulder. Turn, bring it home. A little bit of sinking on the extension, right? One more on each side. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and in. Widen your stance just a bit. We're going to inhale the hands up overhead for flying wild goose. So we're breathing in, coming up on the toes, backs of the hands touch, and then we exhale, coming back down. Nice and even. Don't collapse on the out breath. Flying wild goose, or flying blue heron, which is what I like to picture myself as. But you can choose any bird, or maybe you just want to personally be flying. Relaxing the shoulders. Breathing fully. Feeling how those full breaths open your ribs, your chest, your upper back. One more. And then we will inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down into the windmill. And then down again, other direction. But we're still exhaling as we bring energy from above to below, inhaling as we bring energy from below to above. This is truly a harmonizing move. It's like we're blending. Good. Let the arms come back to your sides. Again, a more normal stance with feet below hips. And we'll begin breathing into walking through the tall grass. Inhaling opposite hand and foot up, exhaling them back down as though you're walking through, tall prairie grass, or maybe sometimes people call this walking through taffy or molasses, this kind of stickiness. We are focusing on sole of foot, palm of hand, right? It's fine to be wobbly. It's fine to only come up a little bit if that feels safer and easier for you. Hands only come about shoulder height for this, so we're not going overhead. We're not throwing anything away. Really think about as if there's something sticky or viscous attached to your feet and hands. You can do this one sitting if balance is tough for you, but if you can do it on your feet, see if you can find an anchor for your gaze. I'm staring at the camera right now because that's what I'm doing. But you could look at the floor about 6 or 10 feet in front of you, or a spot on the opposite wall. Sometimes when we anchor our gaze, it's easier to stay feeling balanced. Let's do one more on each side. And the final move is gathering the fragrance of the earth. So we're squatting down as though you're gathering something on the in-breath, bringing it up. On the out-breath, bringing it back down. That is the pattern for this form. Inhaling what's below, exhaling from above. And as we finish, we end the way we started, right here at home base. We're going to move some of that active chi now through the abdominal region with little circles right here. And we're going to gradually get those circles to go bigger and bigger. Spread it even more completely through the lower half here in the front. And then change direction. We'll go the other way. And then smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until we come back home again. Then horizontally across the pelvis, the back of your hand sweeping across the back, right across the base of your spine at the sacrum, just above the tailbone, across that low back region. And here in front, see if you can keep your pelvic floor muscles relaxed. Yeah, let them receive this chi. Next, we'll support the lymph system and some of the other meridians that this form supports. Opposite shoulder to hip. Now, as I think I've said before, you can do this off the body. You can work with the energy field that surrounds the body, or you can actually make contact like I usually do, mostly because it feels good to receive a good touch. Great. Rub the hands together. Get a little heat there. Then we're going to place them right at the base of the rib cage, right back here. Your hands usually fit pretty easily here, right? When you bend your elbows, so you don't have to lift your shoulders. You can keep your shoulders relaxed. Just having your own back, just touching yourself back here. We're going to end again with 3 full breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe in, imagine chi moving through your hands into this place in your body. And if you'd like to give it a color that feels healing or supportive, you can imagine that energy in that color. Big breath in, let it out. Let your jaw relax on the out breath. One more. Good. Take a moment to just stand in our home base, upright posture, hands over center. And just sense into how things feel for you right now after this 45 minutes or more of practice. We'll bring the left hand out to be the moon, and we'll make a little fist with the right hand, and that can be the sun. We'll bring the sun and the moon together in a salute and a bow. I honor you. Namaste. Thank you for your Qigong practice today. I hope that you'll stay for the next 10 minutes or so. We'll settle into a short guided sitting meditation to end our time together this morning. So adopting an upright, just as we did with the stance, we want to adopt an upright, alert, and yet relaxed posture. So I'm sitting on a cushion. You can sit on a straight back chair or wherever you can sit. See if you can find your second set of feet, right? Instead of standing on your feet, you're standing or sitting on your sit bones. See if you can find that support there. And if you'd like to, you can gently let the eyes close or just adopt a soft downward gaze, so that we're beginning to turn the attention inward. And let's just turn our attention to the settling, the sensations of settling in the body. After a period of mindful movement, you may be able to feel a lot of tingling, vibration, energy in the body. That's vital. That's your support for the day. But you also might feel some tension in your muscles. And so see if you can scan through the body and find little places that you might invite into softness, into ease. So this is how it's possible to be very energized and yet very relaxed at the same time. Not a lot of muscular work going on, just enough to stay upright. But there's a lot of activity on the energetic level, or there could be. If it's helpful, you can rest your attention on the sensations of breathing. You can rest on the breath if that keeps you present. But we're really just interested in the way it is, not trying to make things be different, not trying to cling to what we like, but really interested in seeing what's real, what's here now. And let's extend a little gratitude to this body. Touch into your heart right now. I'm literally touching my heart space. You don't have to put a hand on your chest if you don't want to, but just bring attention to that heart space, that heart mind. How is it in the heart today? When you think about your body and what you were just able to do with it in practicing Qigong, whether you feel that the practice went well or poorly, whether you're clear about the form or totally confused, whether you like it or don't like it, what was your body able to do just now that you can be grateful for? Maybe just the capacity to feel your body. I spent many years not feeling my body. So I'm very grateful for my ability to sense and know what's happening. Maybe you're grateful for your body's ability to breathe. Maybe it felt good to bend your joints, or just the overall sense of breathing and moving. What can you be grateful for right now about this body? One thing you can appreciate. And say thank you. Thank you, legs. Thank you, lungs. Thank you, brain. Thank you, eyes to see and ears to hear. Dwelling in the sensations in the body. Dwelling in gratitude for this body. When the attention wanders, if you get distracted, which you probably will, that's okay. That is how it goes when we meditate. So the moment you notice that you've been lost in thought, you are no longer lost in thought. You are back and present. And so simply let go of whatever your mind has been thinking about. Bring it back to the body, maybe the breath. Maybe coming back to, oh yeah, my heart, this good heart. Thank you, heart. As we move toward the end of this brief meditation practice, I invite you to set an intention for whatever the rest of this day or the next day brings you. To pause now and then and simply feel your body, simply sense your body, perhaps sense the breath if that's easier. But to just try to set an intention to remember to pause and to feel, to sense this amazing body that you're living with. There's a saying, if you listen to your body when it whispers, you won't have to hear it scream. So beginning that regular practice of tuning in, being more embodied, more present, listening into the body in a regular way throughout the day. You'll be glad you did. Thank you for your practice today. May you thrive with ease and know the joy of well-being. Thanks. Have a great day.